Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Uh, I just finished praying my Fajr prayer, and right now I'm sitting at the local park looking at the sunrise. It's beautiful right now. You know, there's our sunrise. You know, as I was done with my Fajr prayer, I was contemplating this idea that I wanted to share with you people about feeling contentment and fulfillment in your heart. And, I see a lot of young people struggling with this, especially because I've noticed that they tend to get very attached to this world, and they forget, especially I'm talking to my Muslim brothers here, Muslim brothers and sisters here, that you know the more you chase this world and the more you rely, the more your happiness and your contentment relies on this world, the more you're going to feel unhappy and unfulfilled. And you know while I was thinking that, I felt like I should make a video on it. My entire life, my entire teenage life, I have struggled with finding this you know detachment from the world and finding my true attachment with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So here are 6 tips that I learned in the last 10 years of my teenage life, and I hope it could benefit any one of you who's watching. So yeah, let's get started. All right, so the first thing that I want to talk about is, like, as a believer in Islam, my first establishment comes in finding true contentment and fulfillment is by detaching myself from the dunya and by finding my attachment, my ultimate attachment with Allah. So, you know how everything in this world is so fast paced, and the worldly desires and pleasures are so easily available. Yet again, no matter how much you indulge in them, you don't really find long term contentment and fulfillment in your heart. And as a believer, it is established that true contentment only comes with finding your attachment in Allah and not the materialistic things in this world, not the people of this world, and not the pleasures and desires of this world. Secondly, it is very important for us to establish the fact that everything in your life happens by the will of Allah. You know, not even a single leaf moves without His permission or without His decree. And so, once that understanding comes from within, that everything is happening with Allah's permission and nothing is happening at random, and everything is working out in your favor in the long term, once you understand this concept, this really makes it easier to go through things, and it really relieves you from the stresses of your future. Coming at number 3 is managing your emotional attachment. And now, this is something that I personally really struggled with, especially throughout my teens. So, you know, I had a habit of getting really emotionally attached to people. And so, anytime a scenario happened where somebody would leave my life for any unexplained reason, that would really take a toll on me. Or, you know, maybe not finding the validation that I was seeking from people, that really took me in a really bad mental space. And so, it is very important for us to understand that this dunya was not created for you to please others. It was only created for you to please Allah. And no matter how much you try, how much you chase people, how much respect you gain from others, how much validation you seek from others, you're never going to find that true fulfillment and contentment that comes by seeking the pleasure of Allah. And Allah loves when you come to Him, when you chase Him, when you ask Him. No matter how many times you ask, He's always there to respond. This is something that you will never find in any other you'll never find in any other person. So, managing your emotional attachment towards people and towards objects is crucial to keep at a minimal. Of course, it's not impossible. You do seek some sort of validation from your parents or from people you look up to. Yet again, it's very important to manage or minimize your emotional attachment to people and to certain things in life. Number four is minimizing your attachment to materialistic things in this world. Now, don't get me wrong. If you want to go buy that Lamborghini, go ahead. Go purchase whatever you like in your life. If you like that fancy car, if you like that fancy house, go ahead. Islam does not discourage us from buying things. Yet, what I'm what I'm trying to convey here is that find minimize your attachment to materialistic things. Don't seek validation on who you are as a person through how much things you own in this world and how big houses you have or how big your car is. That is something that is really going to mentally destroy you, and it's not going to fulfill you in the long run. And so Islam really discourages us, the religion really discourages us to find a do not attach ourselves to materialistic things. It's okay to purchase something that can it is okay to invest in things that'll make your life convenient, and it is okay to invest in things that can cause a good impact in your life. It is okay to invest in your health. It is okay to invest in things that will benefit you in the long run and can make your life convenient. But what I'm trying to say here is that finding material attachment is something that is really discouraged in our religion. अगर सब लोगों को बात करेंगे ना तो मुझे नफरत होती रहेगी वल्लाहि लाज़िम। ये कोई और आ गया। Now, now coming at number four is finding. Now coming at number four is minimizing your attachment to materialistic things. And now don't get me wrong, investing in things that will make your life convenient or investing in your health, that is totally okay. And if you want to buy things for your pleasure, it is okay to some extent. What I'm trying to convey here is that do not attach yourself to materialistic things to the point that they start determining your worth to yourself. You know, no matter how big of a car you have, no matter how big of a house you have, you're never going to find that fulfillment and validation. You're always going to want more. And so Islam discourages us to seek fulfillment through materialistic things, because that's especially spending in excess, that is highly discouraged. You know, I've seen uh, this minimalistic lifestyle trending on YouTube and social media, and this is really something that resonates with our culture and our religion. And so it's very important for us to detach from materialistic things, because excessive consumption of materialistic things is never going to help you find that kind of fulfillment. Number five is handling loss and grief. Now, it is totally okay to feel your emotions and to allow yourself to feel the loss of something or someone that you truly loved. But it is very important for us to understand that everything belongs to Allah and everything will return to Allah. You know, inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi rajiun. So when you understand this concept that, you know, eventually everything returns to Allah, everything began from Allah and everything is going to return to Allah, and nothing here is forever, whether it's your parents, whether it's your children, whether it's any of your loved ones or any of your anything that you love in this world is temporary. Your happiness is temporary, your sadness is temporary, your time, your youth, your energy, everything is temporary and everything will soon return to Allah. And so when that understanding comes, it becomes much easier to handle grief, and loss in life. Finally, coming at number six is realizing that our eternal home is in Jannah, in paradise, or in the hereafter. And once that understanding comes that this life is temporary and everything that we strive for is in the hereafter, this encourages a Muslim or a believer to engage in acts that will earn him his spot in Jannah. In Jannah, you know, and of course there are ranks of Jannah. So every believer should strive for the highest rank in Jannatul Firdaus. So, you know, once you indulge in these six activities, these six mindsets, key concepts, you're gonna find it's gonna be much easier for you to find fulfillment in your heart. I promise you, that kind of fulfillment cannot be replaced by anything in this world. So I really hope to whoever is watching this that you benefited from this, and I could help you in some way, because these are some things that I took me a long time. My entire teenage, I struggled with finding contentment and fulfillment of the heart, and it took me a really long time to learn these things. And so I've just summarized my experience in the last 10 years in these short 6 points. Of course, I'd love to elaborate more. Feel free to comment down below if you have any other suggestions, and I'd love to indulge in a one-on-one conversation with you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something good. Please make sure to share this with people who you want to guide in life, and I'm happy and grateful for your support. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.